The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials.
All right, Coach, coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Oakland Raiders and our home team. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be taken very short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready, ready. 8-3. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
They'll begin here with Adams. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Check, go.
They run on second down with Adams.
I got you, boy.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Brings up second and 8 at their 48-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. They'll run it here with Adams. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. There he goes left side. 38 yards on the scamper there.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
57. Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
6-6. Pull it hard.
Lucky. Wow.
Get it.
They'll go to Adams, try to pound it in. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Raiders 7, Chargers nothing. Daniel Carlson.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
5.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Gordon. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, Orbit.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Why not?
Looking to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On 2nd down now, it's Adams. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Let them know.
On 1st down, this is Adams. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. So they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Chargers.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Richard. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play, and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On third down, it's Pollard. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They didn't need a big play there. They just needed a conversion, but I'm really downplaying it, aren't I? Getting a conversion, picking up a 1st down, not easy in any aspect. How about that one right there?
Yeah, with the dive, knew where the line to gain was, went soaring past it.
Yeah, that's doing it by any means necessary.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. Becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. The 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. Badgley now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. A carry for Adams. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Adams. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and handling a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
They'll run on 1st down. Adams. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now Adams. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 3rd down, Pollard. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
Check 3, check 3. Hey, check 24, check 24. 25, check 25, check 25. Check 31, check 31. 36, 36. Watch safety creep, watch safety creep.
They'll try and run for it, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. On 2nd down, Love. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
It's just me and you. Say. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 99, check 99. Hatchet. Kill.
Topper.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
It's 4th down.
Five.
55, Mike, 55. Get the ball. 55's Mike, guys, 55. I got one.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, this is Jackson, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Hey, Zoo.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Rip right, rip right.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Hey, echo.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
2nd and 9 now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. He'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the 2nd half.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
Watch out, watch out.
The drive starts with a handoff to Adams. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Ready, set.
50 seconds. Let's go one more. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. 49, check 49.
Ready.
Once more, Adams on 1st down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Adams. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Michael Gallup, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have taken the lead. No real hesitation from Anthony Lynn. They're going to go for 2. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20, and he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs, but the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Go, go, go.
On second down now, it's Love. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
A loss of 2 on the play. It's third down and 13.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. I got you, Pop. Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. Cooper was the intended target.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on third and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. Get it.
A handoff. Adams running left. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 2nd down, it's Adams. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Let's go. 8, read.
He'll try and pick up the first down with Adams. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
70, Indy.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. Standing alone with a new NFL record 32nd touchdown. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to break.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll run again with Love on 1st down. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
2nd and 6. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Cooper was the target there. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider 1st.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
On 1st down, Richard. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Again, here's Adams. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great play there. 42 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Switch!
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Two draw quarters.
Now it's Jackson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The tackle by Brian Burns. A gain of a yard.
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Defense.
On the carry, it's Love. And an alley to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Bryce Love, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Let's go.
They're on 35-yard line.
On the ready.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run with Pollard. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellows up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, they go with Adams. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Ready up.
It's a gain of 6.
50 seconds.
And the Raiders first down.
You're not ready.
They'll run on first down. Richard. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Ready. 30 base.
The 46-yard line.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Let's go now.
They run on 2nd down with Adams. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
On the ground, Richard. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Ready? Check, 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 check. Kill, 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 kill. Hey, check 25.
Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, here's Love. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Anthony Lynn went for it but did not get it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
Check safety, check safety. Check 43. Check 37. Check 37. Check cross.
On 1st down, this is Adams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
And
They'll run again with Adams. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3. But this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations than 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Watch twist. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's out.
He'll look to throw. He's going to find Gallup here complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. I got him. Hey, watch the edge. Watch it. Yep. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. You gonna cut it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. So don't say nothing. Get it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down.
Come on. You better bring it.
Ready to go.
55, Mike, 55. 3 buzz, 3 buzz.
Hustle, hustle.
Slam. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
Hey, Delta.
Double up.
5.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
Ready. 60 or.
Go.
Ready.
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 50.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland